Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 2023, where tonight we are once again resuming Anarions Rest, our D&D 5e homebrew campaign, DM'd by yours truly. Now, if this is your first time tuning in to the channel, welcome. Here at the channel, we are all about making memories with friends, whether through RPGs, TTRPGs, or MMORPGs. And tonight, I am joined by some phenomenal people who, while they need no introduction and have been on this team for quite a while, I'd love to know three things from each of them. 1, who are they? 2, who are they playing? And 3, they need to give me an in-character response to what's going on in Chessex today, like a newspaper. So,
thanks, Graham. Bob here on the scene with Chessex, interviewing what we know as individual known as Beldis Stonesong. Beldis, tell us what's going on. Well, Bob, it's great to be here, and I have to admit that this turned out to be an interesting day as we came into Chessex just to have a simple time and find an undercover informant in a war-torn area, and somehow things went very south very quickly. At this particular moment, I'm worried for my life and the life of my friends. It's going to be an interesting afternoon.
Thank you, Bob. Who's next on the scene?
Hi, Karis here, reporting live from the top of the building here in Chessex. Situation on the ground is particularly disturbing as an Inquisitorius has engaged hostilities with numerous members of the party, currently in fear for their lives, hiding on said roof. I'm here with my compatriot Rue. Rue, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
So as you can see, we are just waiting for the other shoe to drop here, and we're eagerly awaiting our friends to come and quickly reinforce us. Back to you inside with the other correspondents.
I'll do it. I'm Jen. I'm playing Maggie, the Furbolg Druid, and I think how Maggie would handle this would be so what's happening in here is just there are people who are probably gonna hurt us, and then outside some people disappeared, and I really kind of distracted and busy right now. So like I don't mean to be rude because I know you want the news and it's just important to you, but like I'm gonna go now.
Thank you, Maggie.
Everybody, I'm Adam. I'm playing Rue, and Rue. There's currently a predator stalking the grounds outside of Chessex, so stay in groups. And bye.
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bob, take your 1d6. You're all gonna need it. That was a decent recap. I won't punish you any more than I've already done tonight. Hopefully.
I got a bonus die. Yay!
And just a reminder for those of you tuning in, once every week, I give my players a chance to give a recap for what's gone on in the previous sessions, for your benefit or my benefit. Who's to say? But the player that does it does get a 1d6 to roll after the result of a dice that they roll during the game. But if the players choose not to do that recap, I get the 1d6. Whether for ill or for good, no one can truly say. But the one thing we can say is, let's get this party started, I think. Without further ado, for those of you inside, we're going to dial back about 6 seconds. You watched as Kiernan, the black plate-mailed Inquisitorius, marched Rue and Karis outside of the inn. Inside the inn, the Dragonborn sitting at the bar, his lantern with a soul banging on the glass, sat there looking over everyone hungrily. You watched the flicker of lanterns outside as Karis and Rue walked in front of the outhouses and the troughs and the window itself. There were words spoken that you couldn't necessarily hear through the stressful presence. However, what you did hear was the shattering of glass and the shaking of the building as a thunderclap struck the area near Kiernan. You see him take 2 steps back, and his hand is already at his greatsword. And that is where we're going to start. As you watch your 2 friends vanish, Maggie, you are up.
Okay, let me ask a technical question then. If I watch them and I see all of this, does that mean that they are in fact visible to me? Is Kiernan visible to me at this
is
moment?
visible. Let's see.
Because there's just one window.
Yeah,
So I just
I'll position him like right over here. Yeah. We'll say he's right there near the
He's within sight. Okay, so then in that case, that might change what I do. 1, 2, 3, 6. Thank you for your patience. Yes. Okay. So I am going to move my full movement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that I have and the Inquisitor is the blue one, the other one?
Red one.
Oh, this is the red one and the blue one.
And this one. The blue individual at the left-hand side of the bar is the guard that had asked you for stories earlier that night.
Got it. Okay. So I am going to cast, and I was about to like run out, and then I saw my friends disappear, and I march into this place, like just angry at these people, and I point at both of them, and I cast Hold Person at 3rd level. It's a Wisdom saving throw of 17.
All right, and this is towards Kiernan?
At both Kiernan and the other Inquisitor, the red one.
As a reaction, Alexander turns around in their chair. So it has started. And casts Counterspell at 4th level.
Okay. I don't have anything. I can't counterspell that. So, okay.
Does anyone else have a counterspell in the room? I think Beldis might? Because your spell could go off. I want to give people a chance.
That's all right. In that case, I will simply take Sparkle's turn, and Sparkles is going to 3. There's a flash of fire around me emanating from Sparkles, who comes out from under my skirt. And I move 1, 2, 3 and take what cover I can behind the table.
All right. I will say that you have half cover. All right, Beldis, you are up. Rue on deck.
Oh, God, that was quick. Okay, he casts Counterspell.
Yes.
They cast Counterspell. And they're on the roof, so... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to take the dash action with my movement and make my way right up to the Dragonborn Inquisitor, whose name I already forgot, because...
Alexander.
Alexander, that's terrifyingly simple. And... Yeah, as I dash up to them, quick shout out to Golineth. I'm low, you're high, and that's passing Bardic Inspiration to Golineth with my bonus action.
Okay. Rue, you're up. Karis on deck.
All right.
Sorry, but what's I is the inspiration? Sorry.
That's a D10 now.
D10. Okay, thank you.
D10, yes.
Sorry, Adam.
No worries. Still kind of looking up, but can we look over the edge and kind of see down below us? Like,
I will say probably from how far back you got, probably not directly where you teleported to. Is you probably don't have a distinct like look down because I did put you about 20 feet deep, so you do have like a sloped roof.
Okay. Alright, Rue's gonna use Steps of the Night. And so they have a flying speed for a minute. Of their own speed, so 25 feet flying. And I guess we're starting it. We're gonna just get it going and just gonna get to an angle where they can see Kieran and take a shot at him. Level 2 guiding bolt.
All right. Roll me that attack.
Light him up, light him up, light him up.
Accidentally rolled the damage first. That is 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah.
And that is 20, I believe, radiant damage? Yes, radiant damage.
All right. You see your guiding bolt slam into his armor, cracking and like denting part of the shoulder piece. And you hear an audible grunt of pain.
Grunts of pain are good.
And Rue will look to Karis and be like, what's the next plan? And that's Rue's turn.
Okay. Bringing us to Karis.
All right. So we've had some spells flying. What did Rue just do? I did miss that. I was like listening and then also not. It just went out.
Rue started flying and shot a guiding bolt at the...
Excellent. So we have a flying Rue. We love it. I think I can fly too because I've got my broom. So that's probably what I'm going to do next is pull out my broom, get on that. Is that an action?
To get on your broom?
Yeah.
I would say free action.
Cool. And with that, what do I want to do? Let's look. What spells do I have today? Da-da-da-da-dum. One moment. I can cast Fog Cloud on where Kieran is, right?
Yeah.
I sure can. What happens when I upcast that?
I think it increases the
radius increases by 20 feet. That's fun. How much fog do I want to make, guys? Let's go ahead and we're going to cast Fog Cloud at... Not first level. We'll go ahead and give it like 40-foot radius.
40-foot radius.
We're going to do this at second level. We're going to cast some Fog Cloud.
Someone measure that for me.
Let me get my...
So Rue basically threw a glow stick at him. Karis activated the fog machine. Do I start to hear Sandstorm playing in the background?
Exactly. That is how big, 40 feet is.
Alright, so it's a 40-foot.
Yeah.
Alright, let's expand this. And expand. Oh. Roll 20, why?
Exactly. Actually, if you start in the middle here, and then, that's 40 foot.
40 foot around there. Now let's see if it lets me move it. Oh.
Exactly. It's 40-foot radius, so.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
Big.
a big one.
Yeah. It could cover the entire inn.
Yeah.
But then it's offset so that it encompasses.
Alright, we'll expand this in a second. Like, I think that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah. There we go.
There we go. That's how big it is.
That's how big it is.
And
then move it up a little bit so it's like there.
yeah, it's like roughly centered. Like the center of the circle is like half on the inn and then half on where Kieran is. So
Okay, so it's a little bit more to the right.
yeah.
It's like this.
It encompasses like a good like that side of the building is like encompassed in fog.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Like there. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. We have cover.
Is that fog still currently outside the building, or
Outside the
are we
building.
playing that
Yeah.
it's starting to seep in because of the window?
I'd say it's starting to seep in because of the window being shattered, but
Okay.
I don't think, because it's fog, I don't think it's going to be like, like
Yeah, okay.
expanding in.
Cool.
Which, anything else from you, Karis?
Nope. That's it, I think. Because that's my action. Actually, I can move, right?
Yep.
Let's see. How far can I move? I can move 60 feet on my lovely little broom. And yeah, that might be what I do is I move another like 60 feet out of the way. And because my thought is definitely to get away from one Inquisitorius, gather up my friends, and potentially live.
Yeah, a solid plan. All right. That brings us to Kiernan, who, is now obscured
Yeah.
and is going to take an action. Unfortunately, none of you can see him right now, so I'm not going to tell you what his action is. We're
Ooh,
just
that
gonna
actually-
say
that's
he does
weird.
something.
Don't
we
worry.
could
Don't
hear
worry
him.
about it.
Don't worry at
I
all.
can't see him. It's fine. 'Cause he can't.
Exactly. Let's see.
See no evil, be no evil.
Precisely.
All right, so that's his action, and then he is going to move into the building as well as he can. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if he knows where the window is. I think that's fair.
Okay.
We'll say DC 15 for a second level spell.
Sure.
All right.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes.
With a
Bad vibes.
17, he will find his way in.
I
And
tried.
you hear... Well, we'll say you see it before you hear it, is the sight of two plate mail gauntlets grabbing onto the windowsill and digging in. They're kind of clawed fingernails digging into the timbers as he clambers through, filling up the window for a brief moment, and stepping in. Roof. He calls out to Alexander, and he is going to use the last 20 of his movement speed to start making his way over to Beldis.
Mm-hmm.
Does he hit his knee or his thigh on a table or trip over a chair? Because that would be funny.
Let's roll for it. What? No.
Ah.
This guy's got pretty high perception with a +9. And he kind of just walks through. At this point, let's see, that's action. No, he has a bonus action. Why doesn't he use it? Why not? I said I wasn't pulling punches today. He looks at Bildis for a moment, who is... You're right next to Alexander.
Yeah.
And he's holding his greatsword with one hand at a moment, and he holds out his palm towards you, and in the air, this serrated looking cudgel appears, being held by, it looks like this ethereal ogre, almost. And it's going to take a swing and try and slam it down on you.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. You take 11 force damage as this serrated cudgel drives into your shoulder.
Force damage. Awesome.
I think it's force damage.
Okay.
Let me double check. Yes, force damage.
Cool.
And that'll be it for his turn, bringing us to Rue with Alexander on deck.
Wait, how am I up again?
Oh, you had a 16. Or an 8. Which one was it? 16.
I had an 8.
Oh. Well, we gave you a 16, so...
Oh, okay.
You've already had a turn this turn. So
yeah, it was
I'll
nothing.
yeah.
Is,
I'll just go straight
is
to
the
Alexander.
16... Well, no, I think the 16 is Khan?
No.
Or Golnoth? Sorry.
Nope.
Khan was Golinus 10.
Oh, okay.
That's
never mind.
okay. I gave you a higher initiative. Just accept my nice will. But you don't get double turns. Which brings us, lucky for me, back to back with both my baddies. Like the true bromance they are. Alexander looks at all of you. And then looks at Kiernan and goes, I expect at least one of them still wiggling when I return. And Alexander is going to cast a spell. Any actions? Any reactions?
Please don't.
Please. As Alexander grabs the lantern off the bar counter, they raise their hand, and from the ground, these black, sprite, wisps of magic begin to whirl around him, and he vanishes. It appears 60 feet, so anywhere within 60 feet, so he appears on the roof.
Rue cast block Misty Step and
this is not Misty Step.
No.
Believe you me, this was a bonus action. And as their action,
Anyway.
they are going to reach onto their necklace, under their robes, and they kind of pull it, and there is a ring of 7 red beads. And they pluck one of the beads off in their hand, and they wind up and throw. I am going to need Rue, and I'm going to need... Let's see, what's the distance between the two of you? You are 65 feet away. Okay, so I just need Rue to make a dex saving throw. As a engulfing inferno of a fireball erupts in the air all around you.
advantage for flying? Or
No.
Dex save, that is 18.
18, that will save, so you will take half damage. But let's roll up some fire damage, shall we? Man, it's been so long since I've had dice. 6, 11, 14, 19, 20, 21. You take 10 fire damage as the fireball erupts around you. And that is his turn, bringing us to Golnath.
Let me unmute. Yes, see, I got it. Thank you, Bob. Can we hear the ruckus happening on the roof?
Yeah, you absolutely... So, from where you are, you hear this eruption of fire, the crackling of heat and embers in the night sky. Like a firework that exploded a little too early. You see the... Even out the window, you see the mist erupt in light for a brief second.
Is the roof on fire?
How far above the roof were you?
She could only go max 25 feet, and I don't know, I just went enough to
It is a 30-foot radius,
Kieran.
so yeah, parts of the roof are now on fire.
Well, we don't need no water.
I was waiting. I was going to say it. I was going to say it, but you beat me.
I was
You beat
holding
me.
off on that, but somebody else got it there.
All right, knowing Golnath, the first thing that's going to happen is he's going to look at Maggie and say, get everybody out of here. And then Maggie's going to roll her eyes because it's Golnath trying to be a murderer again. And then Golnath is going to fire his short bow. Yeah, he's going to fire short bow. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. Oh, actually, bonus action hide first.
Yep.
And he has a skill as an elf that allows him to hide even when he has a little bit of cover. So
Yes.
the hide, let's see, and I roll with stealth, yeah?
Yep, you're gonna roll stealth.
All right, then if I take the roll that I just did for the combat instead, then that's a 26 to hide.
Okay.
And then let's see, the attack from the short bow. Yay! Okay, Con, you're rolling good. Is 28 to hit?
That'll hit, and is this firing at Kieran?
No, the one that's
Michael?
not in the fog. It's fired at Wizard Dude.
Oh, Wizard Dude is on the roof
Oh,
currently.
shoot. Sorry, it's so hard for me to tell who's where.
I know. I'm gonna move. I'll move our crew that are on the roof to like outside.
That works.
Because Kieran hasn't done
Kieran,
anything yet.
He smacked Beldis with a like a spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay. Well then, fuck that. Yes, absolutely. He's firing at a Kieran. Screw him. Let's see, and that hit. Thank you, everybody's patience with me playing a character that I don't know.
Great.
Plus 2. Oh my god. So that would make 7d6 plus 2. 9, 10, 28 damage.
All right.
Now, because Beldis is a Valor Bard, that Bardic Inspiration can also apply to the damage roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
So-
You know what? I'm gonna save it though.
Okay.
I'm gonna save that.
Yep.
All right. And I believe that's my turn. Bonus action and action.
All right, bringing us to question mark.
What's gonna happen?
On turn 1? Well, the Morella hollers out to the inn tavern goers. Get out of here! Come on, go! And they are going to take a mad dash, so the 2 individuals that were at the bar are going to get to the door. 2 of them are going to get out, and Morella herself is going to go to the back room
Sensible.
where the 2 children were.
Exactly. Sensible where her children are.
She's going to grab those 2 and get out of there. The guard who was standing at the bar that had been speaking with you earlier looks at Kiernan, looks at Beldis, looks at Golnath, who's about 10 feet away. Well, actually, with that stealth check, he doesn't look at Golnath. But he is going to take the dash action to get closer to the door. His sword is drawn, and he's like grabbing for his shield to like pull his shield out. bringing us to Maggie.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like trying to follow what you're doing and also look at two different things. So, okay,
No
where
worries.
are the children? Where are the children at this
in
point?
the back room with Morella. In the back left, Morella has kind of taken that back door to the back rooms where the kitchen was. Where the two twins are. You and Golnath had seen the kids before the altercation. Had been peeking through the kind of slide door.
I think Maggie kind of has a moment of looking very torn, and then looks at Golnath, nods. Sparkle's fire fades, and slowly her arms extend and grow feathers, and her face hardens into a beak, and she becomes a giant eagle, and swoops to pick up the twins in her claws. I don't know if that's an action or not. You let me know.
I'll say that you can grab the kids as an action. Like, they're still standing right there with Morella. Morella's observant enough to kind of picked up that you're the one transforming, as you have already talked. And you have not initiated any, real big combat maneuvers. She actually kind of grabs them by the tunic and, lifts them up so you don't have to, swoop down as much. You're able to kind of grab them and keep going.
Awesome. Then my movement... Yeah, I think that I can go grab them, which is... I have 80 movement. So I think I can go grab them.
Grab, and then...
And then 20 feet back, and then I can go out the window, I think. Or I can get very close to the door.
Yeah, so you can get right to the window.
I'm going to do that. Oh, but it's fog. That's okay. Actually, that's not necessarily bad. Am I able to aim toward the window and get out?
Yeah. I will say, you have clocked where this window is at this point, because the whole altercation started outside this one window. I would say you have a pretty good beat on where it is.
Okay. So, giant eagle, probably knocking over the table a little bit as I transform. My claws pick up the, scruff of their clothes, and I pull myself into, almost like a dive position and get myself out of that window, and prepare to swoop up into the sky. And I believe that's my action.
All right. A great action. They bring us to Beldis with Rue on deck.
Okay. Alexander noped out of here. And Karanon is 5 feet-ish away from me, and a magical cudgel's beating me in the head.
Yeah, that's about the skinny of it.
Okay. Everybody else made a run for it. And Maggie just turned into a bird. Okay. I had so many different ideas until that action just happened.
I know, right?
Yeah. Karen, he's wearing are they wearing a helmet?
Yeah, they do have a visored plate metal helmet.
Okay. Gonna say, be terrible if somebody were to spit in your eye, and I'm casting blindness on them.
All right. What's the
So
save?
that is. I just had it here. Where'd I put it? Okay. The blindness is a Constitution saving throw. Of course, I chose the Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Nat 20 for a total of 27.
Yeah. So they're not blinded. Okay. One of my eyes kind of fogs over just a little bit from that, but doesn't do anything other than flavor context. And I don't like being this close to them. So I'm going to move. I'm going to make a movement between back a few feet and then between one of these tables here.
Okay.
So there's a table between me and Kiranon.
Okay.
That's only about 15 feet of my movement. That puts me at the same table where Golnath is hiding, but I have no idea because Yeah, Golinath just disappeared again. Of course he did.
Golinath wasn't hidden at the end of his turn because he hid and then he shot. So you probably know that he's there.
Yeah,
perfectly fine. In that case, I will kind of get there in front, and that is my. Do I want to draw my rapier now? Not yet. No, I do not draw my rapier, but I do have my shield up for defensive flavor types. Okay.
All right. Rue,
That's my
you
turn.
are up. Karos on deck.
All right. Rue is floating in the air, fire beneath them. Maybe smoke's coming up. And her eyes are kind of glazed over a little bit, and she is going to try to reach out to Yandala.
Oh.
For a
Alright.
little D-intervention, divine intervention here.
Oh, for the second time in the campaign. Trying for the clutch divine intervention.
Actually, I think there was an attempt at a divine intervention for something like
Yes,
fun.
to see which
yes.
way to go.
Yeah, there was definitely a failure in between the successes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking for.
There was a fork in the road where we didn't know
13?
which way to go. What's that?
We're looking for what? Under a 13?
Are we level 13?
I forget what level you guys are. 12?
11.
No, okay. I was like, oh, all right, give me a couple of. That is not the right dice.
All right, drum roll.
Not even close.
What was it?
63.
Okay, so what were you? What did you word for to Yandala?
Just save my friends.
Okay. You feel that glow of energy as you kind of reach out. Remembering how you smited the undead in the cavern, that same divine, raw inspiration and love and divinity. And just like the previous time, you don't feel alone, but that glow is so distant. You feel an almost encroaching coldness in the depths of her love. Anything else?
All right, I get it. You don't want to be my crutch. Well, fuck it. And she's gonna use twin spell to make something a bonus action, a spell a bonus action. And I'm just gonna go ahead and try to banish my boy up top. What's his name? Alexander.
Alexander?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't think he is 30 feet away from you. Oh.
It's gotta be 60.
Oh.
Or,
I mean, you are within counterspell range, but we'll see if he actually wants to. No, he's not going to.
But why?
Gotta
Alright,
be
so that's
16 charisma.
Alright. It's not necessarily charismatic. That is
That's
a
what we're hoping.
18 plus 1. 19.
She's looking fucking. All right, I guess we'll do this old-fashioned way. She'll bring out her mace. That's all that she can do.
Oof. Alright. Karis, you are up. Alexander's about 30 feet away from Rue. You are on your broom. And you are about 65 feet away from Alexander.
65 feet away from Alexander. I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and cast Scorching Ray at
Yes.
level
Wait, what level?
6th.
At 6th level, that's 8, 9. 9 rays?
Additional, 4 rays, that's 7 rays,
Okay.
I believe.
Alright, make me 7 attack rolls.
All right, so that's a 19 to hit with the first one.
That'll hit. I'll tally the damage for you.
All right. A 19 on the second.
That'll hit.
4 and 7 do not hit, because I think... Well, wait. 7 plus 9 is 16. Does the 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so 16 hits. And 11 does...
That
No,
will not
13
hit.
does not hit. Yeah, 13 does.
A 13 just barely hits.
Yes! Okay, so we got 4 hits.
4 hits.
4 hits, 3 more. Hit. So all of them hit.
Okay.
And then we get to do how much damage is this? Get out of my way. 2d6 fire damage, right?
Yep, 2d6 per ray.
Yeah, 2d6 per ray. Okay, so let's tally that up. Give me my d6s.
There's something to be said about grabbing a lot of d6s.
Yes.
Like, they feel so good to roll. It's like playing Yahtzee almost.
It's like 14 of them.
So first ray does 7, second
Alright.
ray 7,
Alright.
third ray does 6,
Alright.
fourth ray does 7,
Alright.
fifth ray does 8. 6.
Alright. And you hit 4 of them, right?
I hit all of them.
Oh,
All
you
of them
hit
hit. Yeah, and 8 was the 5th.
Yep.
7 was the 6th.
Yep.
And then last one. 10.
10. Alright. 14, 20, 27, 37, 44, 52 fire damage. Alright. And they are a golden dragonborn. So let's half that to 27 damage.
Still good hit. Still good
Still
hit.
a really solid hit as you
Yeah.
watch their robes kind of take these numerous beatings. They kind of raise a hand and like this arcane shield tries to like block them, and your rays just slam through, hitting him left, right, as like embers of his fine Assyrian Empire robes are like torn to shreds and burned. Anything else?
No, and I'm gonna... How far am I away?
You are 65 feet.
From him, that's 40 feet.
Oh. You're right.
Alright, so I'm gonna move so that I am farther than that away. Yeah, probably there-ish. How far is that now? Yeah, we're gonna keep... Yeah. We're gonna go back there.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like a sensible place to be. Yes, good. Perfect. An excellent place.
An excellent place indeed. Which brings us to Kiernan. And, you know, I feel like we've been listening to the same music for a while now, so let's change this up, huh? How about that? Kiernan looks at all of you. Looks at the arrow. I tried to be cordial. I offered you a way out if you gave me what I wanted. I didn't choose this fight. All of you did. I want you to know that when you visit your gods. And he is going to move 30 feet to get right next to Beldis and Golanath.
I cast Trip.
I mean, if
I
you
do think
want...
that if for flavor it's okay, I feel like Golanath might say something like, funny how I don't feel guilty at all.
Oh, absolutely! There is a one-liner there. And Kiernan grabs both of his hands on the greatsword. He actually steps on the table that Beldis is at, and you can hear like the timber cracking and creaking under his weight as he begins to swing his greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to make... Let's see, how many attack actions does he get? Okay, he gets 2. Okay. So he's going to take 1 at you, Beldis, and 1 at Golnath. Does a 23 hit?
It hits me, absolutely.
All right. You are going to take 13 slashing damage and 9 flaming, or 9 fire damage on top of that.
And another 9, okay.
And he is going to add a smite on that, because why not?
Why not?
Why not? You know? Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
I'd do the same thing.
Yeah. But it's gonna be a weak smite because this guy has other things to do. So that's an additional 16 radiant.
Okay.
Look at how cool these dice are, though. Oh, I guess it doesn't show.
I'm glad it's cool dice that are doing the pain.
It is. It's my Viking themed dice. The second
Nice.
hit on Golnath is a 11 to hit, which I don't
It's
think
not
is
hit.
going to suffice. Which is nice.
I think he dodges out of the way and gives a bit of a grin.
And what else is he gonna do? You know what he's gonna do? As a bonus action, he's gonna move his weapon to make another hit on Beldis, moving at 30 feet, or up to 30 feet. As this serrated cudgel kind of moves forward and slams down.
Okay.
That is a 20 to hit
Yeah.
for 12 spiritual damage, or force damage.
All right.
And let's see. That's his action, his bonus action, and I'm pretty sure he has action. Yes, he has action surge. So he's going to do that and make 2 more swipes on Golnath. This sword, as he laughs and goes, I've killed far cockier men than you. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Maybe.
Right. And does a 16
So,
hit?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Because, again, Valor Bard.
Valor Bard.
Inspiration's a little crazy. As a reaction, you can use the reaction to add this D10 to your armor class.
Ooh. That's a 17 and a 16 to hit.
Okay, here's why I don't want to do that. And that is because I would have to get a 5 or above in order for that to work, because my armor class is only 13. Whereas I can use Uncanny Dodge if I don't use my reaction in order to have the damage of the attack. That seems, that's a sure thing, whereas the other one is a 50-50. Does that make sense? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that hits.
Okay. So, first one hits, and second one hits. Let's roll that damage, shall we? First hit. Oh, it didn't want me. It didn't roll my damage. Oh, it did. What was that, Maggie?
Oh, you got to distinguish between the two, and
Yes.
I would Uncanny Dodge probably the first one because I don't know how much damage.
I'll roll the damage for both, then you can choose which one you want on Uncanny Dodge.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay.
Alright, so definitely probably the second one, which is 25 damage, take it down to 12.
Awesome.
And then the first attack is 21 damage.
So, 3. Okay. Got you.
Kiernan kind of looks at Beldis. As the cudgel drops, Kiernan swipes down, his blade catching Golnath right on the thigh, and then he follows up. Instead of slashing him, he kind of leverages the blade on the table and smashes the pommel into Golnath's face. And because I think it's cinematic, why don't we burn a superiority die for a push attack? I need him to make a strength save. Go enough to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Bardic inspiration.
I'm doing my thing. I
know. Give me a sec.
That's fine. I'm being obnoxious and reminding everybody.
I love it, but I'm just trying to. Okay, I am going to use it on that one.
Okay.
That's a 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
All right, Golneth is not pushed. Darn, I was hoping to send him flying 15 feet, but I
The
guess
force
not.
of my angst keeps me grounded.
So
Where
much
I am.
sass.
Yes.
No, it's pure shonen protagonist, like the blood streaming from his face. He's just like, fucking come at me, bro.
Oh my god, I love this. All right,
Like some Naruto level nonsense stare. Like, you all saw that frame.
He's just like, don't you know you're an NPC in my game? Alright, that's it for Kiernan as they end their turn. Bring us to Alexander. Up on the rooftop. Click, click, click. Casting some fireballs. Quick, quick, quick. So, as a bonus action, Alexander is going to teleport 60 feet. And he goes, I'm not letting you get away. As he's going to move to here. And you watch as his smoldering robes kind of appear right as he does, kind of almost like in Harry Potter when they have the flying robes. It's kind of that maneuver, and as he appears, he is going to cast a spell at you. He kind of waves his hand, and that staff that's kind of that crooked, rotted staff.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of channels it through there, and you see little tiny hands reaching out from the staff, and you see faces in a silent scream.
Right. So do I recognize this spell? And what
Roll
level
me
is
an Arcana check.
Oh, lovely. I love it when I get a nat 20 on Arcana. That's a 29.
29. This is not a spell you can cast, I don't believe. What's your highest spell slot? 5th?
My highest is 6.
6. Okay, so it is something that you are capable of casting, but
I don't know it yet. Is this cloud spell?
but it is something you have seen in your time in the military. This is the Disintegrate spell.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm counter. I wish I could counterspell that.
Sure would be nice, wouldn't it?
Sure would be nice. Yeah, it won't work if it isn't at the level, right?
You have to be at the level or higher, or if you cast to a lower level, you have to roll a spellcasting modifier that I believe is 2 higher for every level.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Counterspell at 5th level.
Alright, he is going to counterspell your counterspell at 5th level.
Does that still mean he can cast his other
That
spell?
still means he gets to cast it as a reaction.
Can't double stab a
Counterspell
triple stab.
and second counterspell?
Yeah, so that is his reaction.
Right, so I
And
used
his
my
action
reaction
and his bonus
to try and
action.
counterspell him. He used his reaction
Yeah.
to try and...
So he
counter-
counterspells your counterspell
counterspell.
at the exact level, burning a 5th level spell slot.
Fantastic. Alright, we had our fun.
And I am going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hooray!
What fun we have here.
And that's gonna be a 10. Actually, plus 6, because I've got my die.
Alright. So a 16?
12.
12. That is, not
I'm not gonna
good
cut
enough,
it.
I am afraid.
No. Goodbye.
So I'll make you a deal. Because I'm feeling generous. I will half the damage on this if you allow your broom to take the damage. Your broom will be destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
but you may not be destroyed.
I feel like that would just be what she does. As she's trying to basically try and maneuver and fly away, it's the sort of broom takes the brunt of the hit. And she's of course going to be taking falling damage as she falls to the roof. So I'll do that. That's fine.
All right, let's roll that damage. 77 force damage.
Yeah.
So half that.
Goodbye.
So half that damage.
Is 30.
33. I think. Wait, no. 77.
70.
38.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
38, yes. We do math here.
Like I can do math.
Yeah. So you watch as they
damage.
extend their finger, and this black beam shoots at you as you kind of reel in your broom, trying to narrowly dodge this beam as it shoots out. You go to the left, hoping that by some small margin it is going to miss you, and you begin to hear the crack of timber and the sparks of magic being eaten up as your broom, inch by inch, begins to splinter and shatter in the air, and you are falling.
Yep.
The parts of you, your back right leg, definitely caught some of the spell. Even as you're falling, you feel that flesh being kind of torn off, like someone is ripping and pulling you asunder. And all you can hear is the cackling of the Dragonborn. Oh.
I guess you also hear Karis screaming, because that's not a comfortable experience. Feeling your leg disintegrate, partially.
And Golnath is up.
Oh yeah. For some reason I was like, Golnath, Bob, go. Do you have us do, when we switch weapons, is it a bonus action, an action?
Free action.
Or just free? Okay, cool. Then Golnath is going to switch to a rapier and wipe the blood off his face and grin again and go ahead and attack. Oh, and miss. And disengage. 6, and he can go 35. So he's going to go ahead. Oops, I can't. Yeah, no, I can move him. He's going to go ahead and go behind the bar, actually.
All right.
And hopefully get some partial cover. He had to disengage, so he's not hiding.
Yeah, I'll treat it as
cover behind the. Yeah. And that's his turn.
All right, bringing us to question mark, question mark, question mark. My favorite time of the day. I need to make 2 rolls real quick. Okay. So we're gonna get a music change real quick, because almost like this is several sessions back. It's paying dividends. Out of the woods comes streaking 2 arrows up on the rooftop. Those of you in the bar can't see. One of the arrows is fletched with like golden eagle feathers, and its shaft is almost made out of living wood. And the second arrow is more diminutive, almost like from a halfling's arrow. And from about 140 feet away, you hear, "No one messes with my daughter. I'll teach you a lesson." And from about 20 feet away, you hear another voice go, "Now why didn't anyone teach you any manners, young man?" As Buka and Belinda stand there, having traveled many, many miles in a short amount of time after getting the sending spell from Rue, their daughter.
We love to see it.
The 2 arrows strike Alexander, even with, let's roll that damage real quick. both striking him. They both kind of like graze him in the side, and he kind of lurches forward as the arrows pierce his scales. And you just hear from Buka, "Rue, honey, are you doing okay? We were really worried." And that's their turn.
I'm fine. We got this.
Oh, I know you do, dear. She's always so sassy.
You see her just like kind of like she's flying, but drops a couple of feet. Just
All right, and that brings us to the top of the round.
Right. How far away is the tree that we are going to use for transporting?
From you, so you're right here. The tree is in the top left of the map. That tree.
Okay.
So it is, if you're flying, it's 105 feet. If you're going across the roof, if you're going around the building, it is going to be 140.
Okay. All right. I'm taking Maggie out of combat for a little while because this is what she would do. Dash to get those kids behind the tree. And then I'm going to, when I set them down, take like my claw, my foot claw, and like put it over my mouth, like my beak, like I'm saying shh, but it's a claw on a beak. So who knows if they actually get it. And then I gently tap them on the head with the end of a wing and get ready to get back up. And you said it was 140?
Yes.
So I actually still have 20 feet of movement. And I'm not going over the roof because that seems unwise.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. But can I see what's going on up there?
You can definitely, with your perception score, you can definitely hear Kara scream in pain.
Karis is really close to me, actually.
You see her
Is this
fall.
where? Then I'm gonna try with the rest of my movement because I have enough movement to get to her to catch her as she falls.
All right. We'll say make a Dex check. That seems fair. We'll say DC 12. It's not a necessarily hard.
And is her leg below her knee gone? I would assume so. This is disintegrated.
I'll leave it up to you.
All right. I'm going to say, because of the sheer amount of damage she just took, that it absolutely is. It's gone.
19.
19. You easily dig in, grab her before she hits the ground and takes the fall damage.
Awesome.
Anything
Good
else?
save. Good save.
That is all I can do at this point. I'm now evaluating where I'm going to go.
All right, Beldis, you are up. Rue on deck.
Oh, so start off with, after getting slashed again through the chest horrifically, again, because that's just what Beldis does. And I think again with a quick coughing of the blood, that's the best you got. And I'm casting Healing Word on myself with my bonus action. And because I value my life, my quickly depleting hit points, I'm doing that at 6th level.
Okay. Oh,
You're
you're within 5 feet of him, right?
Fuck, yes.
And you're casting a spell, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna make an opportunity attack on you.
Attack of opportunity.
Because he has
Do I
a
still
mage
get my
slayer
hit
feat.
points?
Huh?
Do I still get my hit points?
We'll see if this hits or not.
Okay.
I don't think a 12 is gonna hit, though.
Oh, finally he missed. Hooray. I will take my mighty roll of 13 hit points.
Oh, that hurts.
Yes, all of it has.
Oh man,
And-
that was what you said. Those were your healing words you missed.
That was about it. I think that kind of got eked out as well. Oh, thank goodness. And I am going to use disengage.
All right.
And with my mighty dwarf speed of 25 feet, I'm going to back straight up. So 5, 10, 15. So that puts me back up against the other table.
All right.
That is my entire economy.
All right, Rue, you are up. Karis on deck.
Can we see anything that's happening inside the tavern?
Not from where you are.
Above it.
I would say there are probably, you can probably hear a little bit of the scuffle and like the sounds of like timbers cracking, the sound of like a sword missing and like slamming into the table.
Okay.
You definitely hear the sounds of fighting.
I was just wondering how well the structure was built. Is there any gaps in the roof for some reason?
Not yet. I
Rain
will say that the
falling
fire
down.
on the roof from the fireball is catching, but it is not substantial enough to leave any holes that would go 2 layers down to the bottom floor.
Okay. Well, I guess as far as Rue can tell, it's like 3v2 or 3v1 in there. Although maybe she assumes that's Maggie. But either way, seeing Karis just get rocked there, she's going to cast Guiding Bolt at 5th level at this guy. And also, she doesn't want to be shown up by her parents, crashing the party. So, is it? You never let me do anything on my own. Oh, that is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 to hit, that will hit.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why I rolled 20 as well. That is 26. Wait, no, that's not right.
Guiding Bolt's radiant.
That makes 38 radiant damage.
Ooh. He does not look good.
That's good. Not good is good.
How far is he? Because we're still like technically above the bar, right?
Yeah. Alexander is currently on the roof. You're hovering above the roof. Karis is like midway between 2nd story and 1st story.
Yeah, so I guess Rue's just gonna move. I am 25 feet. Yes. Closer.
All right.
And I think that's her turn.
All right, that brings us to Karis. You are up.
Yeah, so like in pain, you hear her sort of like straighten herself up slightly on your back, Maggie, as she like struggles to point in Alexander's direction, and she's going to fire off probably the most vicious set of magic missiles anyone can do in this state. And that's going to be a 5th level spell slot.
All right,
We're going to fire off 7 of those bad boys straight in his face.
All right, roll me that damage.
Exactly,
Yeah.
let's see it, because that reaches 120 feet. Guaranteed hits every single one of them. And we're going to hit him with 7 of these darts.
And he did not take the shield spell. Rough.
Exactly.
Yes, angry magic missile.
I took shield spell. Fuck you.
And he doesn't have a reaction right now.
No, he does not.
3 plus 3.
3 plus 3, so that's 6 damage for each one, because you only roll the damage once, and then it's every single time
Oh?
it hits.
Oh, it's everyone?
That's rules as written, but
Okay, then actually...
if you want to keep rolling the dice and do it for every one, I don't mind.
Let's do the 4 damage then for all of them.
Okay, 4 damage times how many darts?
7.
Times 7, that's 28.
28 force damage.
As your darts strike him repeatedly, his maw's like frothed with blood, and he coughs out some. You can see his left arm is like hanging uselessly, and he's just leaning heavily on his staff. You'll pay for that. I will ensure it. Anything else?
No. Karis sort of just flops back on Mackie. In pain.
All right. Bring us to Kiernan, who, as a bonus action, is going to send the cudgel to attempt to smash Goluneth. He does have cover, so I will say the attack's at disadvantage.
Bob quietly celebrates Beldis isn't getting hit. Yay. Yeah.
For a nat 1 of 10, that's not going to hit as the cudgel just clears the bar, like bottles and wine just scatter and like shatter across the floor. Kiernan instead looks to Beldis, who we can easily keep pace with. As Beldis is scurrying away, Kiernan straightens up, pulling their blade out of the table, and step by step, flames licking at the floor, strides towards Beldis. Do you have any last words, dwarf? I will try to make it painless.
So I have an answer to that. But the question is, are you going to let me cast a spell that goes
No!
with it? I'm not answering that yet.
Alright, well, we're going to make 2 swipes on you. Does an 18 hit and does a 21 hit?
A quick check. Did they screw up anything in this chart here that says that it doesn't... Wait a minute. That might not hit. That might not hit.
Okay. I'm here for this.
No, it's just that D&D Beyond has an error in my armor class. Everything else previously has hit.
Oh, no.
So, no, but it's like my AC might be 18.
That happened to me too. On D&D.
So one of them would not hit.
Well, hold on. I'm doing the math right now.
Okay.
So base 13. Sure. Yeah.
You have your
13. So I got the glamored studded leather.
Yep.
Which gives me a 13. Got my 1 dex 14. Shielded brings up to a 16. And the elven chain makes it 17. So yes, it does hit.
Okay, so both do hit?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what's your final word? Possibly.
Don't worry. We got you.
That's my final word. Don't worry. We got you. We got you.
we got you. All right, so that is 26 slashing and 16 fire damage.
Okay. And 16 fire damage. Now that's both swings combined, right?
That is both swings combined.
Oh, thank goodness.
That is their action. That's their bonus action. But, because
they're going to smite as well?
Do you want me to?
You said you weren't pulling any punches, Graham, so I'm going to abide by the purity of the green card.
I thank you for holding me accountable to what I say, because I will burn a 2nd level spell slot for a smite.
Okay, of course you would.
As any self-respecting paladin would, when they see a bloodied individual. They say, I could steal this kill.
Yep. And I'm hoping you roll low.
You take 12 radiant damage on top of that.
12? Really?
12 radiant damage.
12. You had to roll 12.
I don't know what your
how many hit points I had
HP
left.
No.
You could...
Alright, so, this is the first time I've downed one of you in combat in 2 seasons. Oh, now I get to... Alright. We're gonna change the music for this, then. That's what I think. Oh, that's a little too intense for me. Huh. Beldis. The first swing catches you right above the knee, almost cleaving your leg in half. the follow-up, he lets go for a moment with his right hand, grabbing you by the shoulder and lifting you as he stabs you through the stomach. Lifting you up on his blade, he looks into your eyes and says, I did say I would try. And he shoves you off his blade. Bring us to Alexander's turn. Alexander, as a bonus action, is going to teleport 60 feet away from the arrows and away and in back of Rue. I'll make sure you pay for this. Each and every one of you. We will not be denied. The Assyrian Empire will have its prize. And they're going to cast a spell. As they vanish instantaneously as this door, this like purple door appears before them and they step through the door. Out of visibility.
Does Karis have a counter spell for that? Just ask him. Just ask him.
I do, but could I use counterspell here?
You can. He does also have a counterspell, and I will say he is going to be burning a 8th level spell slot if you try to counterspell it.
Yeah, I only have a level 4 slot left.
Yeah, this was definitely a near-death experience for them. They were going to burn their highest level spell slot to ensure that they get away.
For sure.
So we'll say that you do attempt to counterspell if you want.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and burn the slot to burn the counterspell.
Yeah, and the magic, they slap the magic away as your final, like, shot of, let's say, like a fireball. It's a cool cantrip, why not? Like, your fireball soars through the night, and they just kind of swat it away and, like, fall back through the door. Effectively taking them out of combat.
Oh, can I get a reaction?
What's the reaction?
So I have Coiling Grasp Tattoo, which is a 15-foot radius. Can I take an attack of opportunity?
Sure. Why not? I'm here for this.
Okay. All right. It's a natural 20.
That will hit.
Yes. Bring it back.
That
You already rolled
is-
natural 20, never mind.
That is 8 plus. Oh my god, that's so high. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 5, 15. And then I think we have to grapple to see if they stay.
How do you want to do this?
Oh.
I feel that it's like a...
They step through the door and then you grab them
and then
and
you-
pull them back.
Yeah, just yank them back. It's like, not today.
Exactly, and then you yeet them, and then they fall, like, spinning through the air.
Yeah, it's like he says his piece and then tries to step through, and then the noodles just fly out of her arm and wrap around him and just tear one arm asunder and then throw the rest of his body behind me.
He lands back on the roof, rolls a few times, and then lays still. His staff discarded on the ground. Yeah. Well done.
And Karis pat Maggie. Her voice is full of pain, but it's... Take me up there.
Fakah somewhere above is like, Fakah! All right.
I don't know what up there is, though. Like, visually, can I tell what up there is?
She is definitely pointing in the direction, like, vaguely, of where Alexander fell with all this stuff. She feels like just letting someone stumble across that body, even her fellow teammates, with all the things that could be terribly on it, not a good plan.
It'd be like top middle of the roof, like.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly, because she's like, that thing had like a soul thing and numerous other things that were bad. I don't want Gauntlet to go, let's touch the soul thing, get sucked into the soul thing. Like,
Yeah, that's good thinking.
Oh, darn.
I mean, can I vote in favor of Galneth touching the soul? But
like, I know these people, especially that guy.
All right, that is, speaking of Goldeneth, it is his turn.
Dude has gone into the fog. What is when someone goes into the fog, like, what is the penalty? Is it disadvantage on attacks? Or you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All attacks are at disadvantage against things in the fog unless you have some way to see through or perceive through the fog, like blind senses or something. At one point, when I had a level 6 spell, I had True Sight, which probably would have helped me see through the fog.
Would have been nice.
I think I'm gonna go for it anyway. Bonus action hide.
All right.
Which is a 22.
Yep, you are hidden.
And what is my disadvantage? Let's do you two. All right. Does a 15 hit?
That will not hit, unfortunately. As
Darn.
the arrow kind of clangs off the armor.
Did I hear anything with Beldis?
I will say Goldeneth isn't a stranger to the sounds of people being stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably heard the spill of blood, and a significant amount of blood at that.
All right. I am going to leap over the counter and try to go into the fog and find Beldis. And if I can find Beldis, I'm going to put my body between what's-his-face and Beldis. Like, essentially lying over Beldis to keep Beldis from being hit by anything else.
Okay. Roll me, we'll say DC 14 perception check to just suss out where it is.
There is no way for me to fail at that, because if I roll under a 10, I get a 10 and I have a +5. So.
Perfect. Yeah, easy enough for Goldeneth to find the body. Well, not yet a body, but I mean...
An unconscious friend.
Yeah, an unconscious friend.
Yeah. All right, and that's my turn.
All right, bringing us to Buka and the Ruse. I'm gonna call him the Ruse.
And I'm gonna be right back.
Yep. Oh, that was simply marvelous, darling. Simply marvelous. Well done, honey. Your mom calls out, and she slings a longbow that's ornamented with dragon fangs and dragon scales. She's dressed in this very fae-like gown, embellished with various a myriad of dragon scales of every color, like a rainbow, accentuating it. Buka is dressed in casual clothes, and has a shield, and has a prayer book on her hip and a bow, and she's just kind of following behind. But they don't make it to this round. They're 120 feet away. They're just kind of looking out, keeping their eyes peeled. Morella is going to step out of the back and take the dash action. The guard who was standing at the door, she's brandishing a knife, and she quickly stabs him under the chin and slides his body to the left. And that'll bring us to Maggie, but since Maggie isn't here, why don't we take a quick break? Before the late Beldis Stone Song or whatever. Yeah. So we'll be right back, everybody.
What's the roof looking like?
Yeah,
Has it
still
started
on-
to fall
yeah.
in a little bit?
You know what? Sure. Like, yeah, the roof is on the roof is on fire, to quote a popular musical reference. So we'll be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. It took me a while to hit the mute button because I am bad, I guess. But we're back. I hope you didn't miss us too much. I missed you so much. I was sobbing inconsolably. I managed to tough it out the last few seconds, and we're back. So, without further ado, back into the combat. With the top of the round was Maggie. We're swooping in, right? You are muted.
I was like totally not until like right before I started to talk, and then I muted myself thinking I was unmuting myself. I am. Alexander fell where the token is right now.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. What I want to do is fly over that and set Karis down.
Okay.
And then, okay, weird question.
Sure.
So the roof was on fire.
Actively still so.
How destroyed is it?
I would say that the timber. It's been what? This is round 4, so it's been 6 seconds, 24 seconds ish. Going into round 5. I would say that the fire is starting to spread substantially, and it is still at a semi-manageable level. There are patches in the thatch that can see down into the second floor in parts of the insulation, but it's around the point that is make it or break it for whether this inn will remain or whether this tavern is going to get engulfed.
Are they big enough patches that a forcefully flying giant eagle could push her way through the ceiling in order to get into the inn?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I like it enough.
All right. Good. Can you let me know where in the inn is the closest place to Alexander's body that I can go in?
So the closest part of his body, so the fireball hit right over in this corner originally, because that's where they were kind of hanging out. Alexander's body is over around this way if we were kind of corresponding. Okay. So we'll measure about 55 feet.
95. Okay, cool. That means I have 75 feet of movement. Now, I have incredibly high perception, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I have +9 in perception. In the fog, is there any way that I might have a sense of where the other baddie is? From voice, from just being an eagle?
I would say within the fog.
Well, is the fog up? Because Karis took like a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, it's like I don't think I made the concentration check on that.
Yeah, make that concentration check.
I think she would have dropped it by now, but either way, like she would have dropped it. Like she's not concentrating on that. Guarantee you, when her leg was disintegrated, that did not stay.
All right.
That's fair. That's fair. Sudden missing leg syndrome. I hear that causes that.
Exactly. I feel like that would disrupt your concentration a pretty fair bit.
Yeah. I'll say yeah, probably. I think you would have a visual once you get in to and can see that opening.
Okay.
So you'll see, Galaneth and Beldis and Kieran all in that same little area.
Okay, so as a wildfire druid, perfectly comfortable flying through fire, even having some of my feathers perhaps singed or lit a little bit like a candle. I will come crashing through that ceiling. I will see the Inquisitor standing over 2 of my friends. And with all the force that I possibly can, I'm going to fly claws first into him, push him back as far as I can, and pin him to the ground.
Okay. So
And when I get there, by the time I get to him, I still have 75 movement. So I feel like I could probably, if I can move him, get him to the other side of the inn.
Yeah. So we'll make the attack to hit. And then the strike.
Can I do it as an attack? Because I just dashed.
So if you just dashed, you would probably have to wait to next turn to make an attack action.
I'm not trying to do damage. I'm trying. Yeah, just with the
we'll do a
force
strength
of
saving
me.
throw then.
Yeah.
Let's see Let's do an opposed. Grapple is athletics first. I'm drawing a blank. It's been so long.
It's athletics versus athletics or acrobatics, whichever one is.
Okay, and do I use the giant eagle stats, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a +3 in strength or dex. I don't know how to get to what acrobatics or athletics would be.
Athletics is strength, dex is acrobatics. So if they're the same modifier, it would be the same.
Yeah.
But I don't know what calculates to.
So it would be your proficiency plus the +3.
Oh, Maggie's proficiency. Okay. Yeah. What is our proficiency bonus at 11, y'all? Who knows?
4.
Right? 4? Okay, so 7. And I make a roll, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 16.
16. Their acrobatics is a 17 plus 9. That's 26.
Okay. Well, I come crashing into them.
Yeah. So I think you slam into them and they like grab you by like the eagle's joints and just kind of like at the last second kind of use your momentum. Because this guy is built like a brick house.
Right. Then what I will do when he does that is try to stop myself so that I don't go flinging it to the other side of the
Absolutely capable.
Okay. Yeah. So round back on him. All right. And that is my turn.
All right, Beldis. This is our first death saving throw of the game.
Woo!
So
Cracking all the barriers.
What I would like is I'm going to give you some options.
Oh, options.
I can roll your death saving throw and not tell you what the result is.
Ooh.
But before that, what's going through Beldis's head as you are flickering ever closer to the abyss? What happy moments, regrets, small memories are coming through your mind at this juncture?
So as Beldis is laying there with a significant chunk kind of missing in the failing mist of a fog spell. God, that's just creepy by itself. Oh. The first thought is a weak attempt to whisper run for Golineth to hear, but there's probably not enough air left in the lungs for that to kind of get out. There's immediate thoughts immediately go back to just seconds, minutes ago, when the Inquisitors walked in and a variety of, why didn't we get out? Why didn't we leave then? We could have. Crap. What's that? There's moments of worry. There's a lot of heated panic thoughts flying through the mind right now as Beldis is lying there realizing he can't do anything to help his friends who are being chased by a wizard. Or his friend who's over there. But Maggie got away. And at the moment, that's about it. And I'm a sucker for surprises, Graham. I'm a sucker for surprises.
Okay. That's a very worrying look.
That's
Right, noted.
no.
Well, let's move on, shall we? Rue, you are up, Karis on deck. Well, let's change this music back to our usual tension.
All right, so I guess a couple of things. So Rue is like, are you on the battle map? Rue's like here-ish, right?
Yeah.
Above the. All right, and then I would assume, just saw Maggie dive bomb through the roof.
Yep.
Can we move closer to the hole and see what's happening down there.
Yeah, I'll say
It
so.
would. All right. Well, this probably looks like it's got a hole in him.
There's a lot of blood. Like a lot of blood.
We're not more than. Are we about 60 feet up?
So
how high are we up?
So
We
you
are
are
close
about
enough. Like, you're within 60 feet.
yeah.
It's
You're
only a
within 60
40-foot
feet.
building, I think.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
a 40-foot tall building. So you've got room to spare.
Rue will yell out to her parents. Say, I need you inside. There's just kill the scary looking guy. And then
Colin
she
F
will
just
go. The goal that looks scary. And Rue will cast heal on Beldis. 60 foot, and you get 70 HP if you can get 70 HP.
70 HP. Okay.
That's a 6th level spell, my friend.
That's a big spell. That's a big spell.
That's heal. That's heal, baby.
Now,
Heal,
does
baby.
Beldis get to go since their turn?
No.
All right. So Karis, you are up. Kiernan on deck.
So Karis painfully is just like near the body of this destroyed mage, and I guess is going to make an Arcana check over the stuff on his body of is it safe to remove any of it and what it is. She does have Identify as a spell that she can use as well as she's doing this. And she also happens to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spell slots left.
Okay, so you'd like to take the next 6 turns to cast Identify on things?
If she needs to for some things she might be able to identify it without the spell.
Okay.
But he's going to be basically checking to make sure that whatever she's touching is safe to touch, and then carefully sort of removing it and putting it in her bag. And that's what she's going to be doing, is carefully containing whatever the hell happened to this guy. And all his stuff.
All right. First thing you probably wanted to be wary of was the staff. Clearly magical.
Clearly.
The necklace that is easily recognizable as a necklace of fireballs. Now is 6 speeds.
Mm-hmm.
The gem of seeing that you had been informed, that your party had been informed that he possessed. The only other item that really stands out to you is his spellbook,
Right.
but it's not a complete spellbook.
Right.
It is much thinner than what a wizard of his caliber would have.
Mm-hmm.
And a single figurine of 2 lions that can fit in the palm of your hand.
Yep, taking all of this, and if he has like any important papers on him that are just non-magical, like just stuff that he's got on him, that would also be taken.
All right, I can give you a list of that at the end of the session.
And then I'm just gonna put stuff here
Perfect.
for later.
All right, anything else?
Nope. That's what she's doing, just collecting all of those. And if the staff is like not cursed or anything, she would also take that and just put that away.
Yeah. If you identify it, not cursed.
Not cursed. Cool. So yeah, it goes in the bag.
Yeah. But that brings us to Kiernan, who sees the giant eagle, Golaneth, Beldis, Morella, and he stabs his sword into the ground, and the flame just kind of and like goes out. And he just looks at all of you and goes, "I surrender. This wasn't my fight to choose."
Is he being sincere?
He was not the first person to make an attack.
Right, but I'm trying to judge the tone of his voice.
Yeah. Let me...
Insight check.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly, but without being obnoxious about it.
Yeah. He seems very sincere. But roll me an insight check and we'll see if you can glean anything.
That's 22.
22. He seems very sincere. That this is someone who has a code and was simply following that code. They stab the blade and then they let the blade go. It's like hanging in the timbers, and he just goes, "I surrender. This wasn't my fight to choose. I was attacked first. I gave an opportunity for us all to avoid this bloodshed.
The giant eagle hisses at him.
Fair." And he will actually take a step away from like Beldis and from Golnath as well.
How far a step?
Like 5 feet.
Like out of reach? Like attack of opportunity?
Out of attack of opportunity of maybe Golnath. I think he's stepping away from the vast majority of you and from the blade.
Yeah. And how good does he look?
He's pretty
How
healthy.
healthy does he look?
He's pretty healthy. Like
right.
He could put up a significant amount of fight still.
Yeah.
I
feel like if Golnath thought that he could finish him with that attack of opportunity, 100% would have taken that attack.
Yeah, even with a nat 20, he would not numerically kill this guy in a hit.
Right.
This is someone that could fight, but doesn't see the benefit for anyone involved in continuing. Oh, whoops. Oops. And with that, it would go Alexander, who's dead, and then Golnath, and then the Ruse, as they continue their trek towards the inn. They are now within about 30 feet of the tavern's north side. But anyone wish to continue the fight, or would you like me to... Garth's shaking their head. Or would you like me to take you out of initiative?
Beldis is only going to crawl away at this moment and gather himself. So yeah, I'm good with out of initiative.
I think Maggie wants to make sure that he can't run away. Like, that would be the only thing, is an attempt to, like, you know, put a talon on the back of his shirt or like something to keep him from running away. And like wouldn't do it in like a I'm killing you way, but like
so
you know
like,
what I mean?
So like kind of puffing yourself up and moving your giant eagle frame to like block off exit. Yeah, I will say he did back up towards the back of the tavern, which doesn't really have an exit that he's aware of. The closest thing is the window, which is through all of you.
And I think for extra intimidation, she's gonna like not only puff up, but like make her wings go a little bit, and like the fire that has been like on the end of some of the feathers like flares up a little bit. And she hisses again.
He offers like a understanding nod and just
question. So Harris is on, I believe, the roof about here's abouts. So she's like here-ish with body, right? And it is on fire, correct?
Yep.
Would Ray of Frost help in putting out fires?
I mean, it freezes things, sure.
Cool.
That
You guys
seems
start
fair
sort of
to
like
me.
zapping.
Rue will also help with that and
Just starting to
create
zap the fires to make sure we don't spread any farther.
30 gallons of water just to rain down on top of where the fire is. And then they're going to be walking on invisible stairs down the hole. Is like, hold the fucking phone. What? We can't. What are we doing here?
What are we doing? Great.
I mean, this guy just like almost killed Beldis and was gonna kill me, and regardless of if we all gave up.
I like put my beak up into the sky and do a giant caw of agreement. Like almost a battle cry, but not quite.
Yeah. I don't recall saying that. I recall saying that there was no need to dig a grave as long as I got the information I needed.
I believe you said there's no need to dig 2 graves, implying that I was filling one of those. So, fuck you very much. We still have things to discuss.
We'll discuss away.
But also, like, y'all are, like, dug in here. You're not just gonna walk away. Am I wrong?
Kiernan actually removes his helmet, and like kind of pulls the plate off. He's kind of got like dark braided hair, kind of tossed in a ponytail, and like some dreading in the back. There is a brand over their left eye that looks to have some sort of magical ink that's kind of done it. And he sets the plate helmet down on the bar. I cannot tell you if the Assyrian Empire will leave, but it was not my choice to be here. And the only way I can avoid this conflict that I have no interest in is by living to the code of my order, which is surrendering. And he looks at Morella, and he just says, Morella can vouch that I have done no harm to the citizens of this town.
Graham, do I believe him?
Roll an insight check. Anyone who wants.
If I could just go with my passive of 19, I don't really want to. This isn't one of those hard thought. Beldis' mind is racing in a couple ways at this moment.
Yeah, you believe him.
Okay. We gotta go.
22 insight.
You believe him.
We gotta go. We gotta go now. And Beldis is going to start dragging himself up and limping horribly because that leg hurts a lot. Thanks for that. And I'm making my way to the door as fast as I can at this moment.
Hearing that from Beldis, the feathers around my neck start to grow longer and longer and become curly hair, and my wings sort of fold in and become arms. And I go back into my form and say, prisoner? Looking at the group.
Paris is on the roof.
All right.
Yeah.
Immobile.
Like
in large
looking at
part.
Rue then and Donna.
We got people that we were supposed to get. I don't know where they are, but let's get them.
Let's go.
Did we, out of character, did we determine that the soul in the lamp was the guy we were supposed to get? No? we
I have the
still.
lamp. I
You
have
do
it.
have the lamp.
And she can have time to maybe determine who's in the lamp and how to get him out of the lamp, but she doesn't know at the moment who's in the lamp. I don't think, unless Graham wants to tell me during her.
No idea. I would say, had you met them prior, you may have an inclination.
Mhm.
This is someone you have never met. There's no way you would be able to point at them and say, yes, this is him. Or
Yeah,
them.
precisely.
Regardless, we don't want to leave him out into the world to continue to support what the Empire is doing, right? So if we're not leaving him dead, aren't we taking him with us?
You want to come with us, big guy, or do you want to see if you can kill all of us?
What is it in the city you need? Are you trying to rescue someone?
You know, I don't know if we want to tell him exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of a need to know type of situation. And you being the enemy, definitely don't need to know that.
Is it more convenient if I can stall the other Inquisitors and give you time to do what you need? Is that a fair trade?
Yes.
I want to be clear. I truly believe that if we wanted to, and like she doesn't even address him at all. She's just talking to Beldis and Ruin Golanath. If we wanted to, we could leave this one dead as well, with a little work. So there's no reason to bargain, and there's no reason to trade. What he's trading is his life. What they're trading is their life.
Yeah.
What I'm trading is what you hope to accomplish. Whether I die or not is inconsequential. The Empire has the means to bring me back. But I doubt the rebels you're working for have the means to bring back whoever or whatever you want.
I sort of lean into him and go, I know a little bit about how these things work, and my guess would be that they need your body to do it.
You vastly underestimate them. If you want me to come as a prisoner, I will come as a prisoner. Or if you need minutes to do what you need to do, I can buy you that. There are 2 more Inquisitors in this town that are no doubt close by.
And we've made a sight of this place. He's stalling us.
Where are you from?
Far away.
Yeah,
Walk
a
and talk.
different- Like a different plane? Are you from here? What are we talking here?
One sec. I've got to pull up a character sheet.
And I guess while they're doing this, Karis has lit a very controlled sort of situation with Alexander's body, and is using both Ray of Frost and like Firebolt in a very controlled manner to keep it so that she burns him to like a cinder, but then spares the rest of
the gear. Yeah.
well, spares the rest of like the roof, etc. She had already stripped him of stuff and is like, okay, well now you're stripped of things. Gonna eliminate the body as much as possible to make this as difficult and costly as possible.
I'm from the Frefnian Freehold, on the western side of the Assyrian Empire, one of the first port coasts to be acquired.
doesn't really help. My only issue is if we bring him with us, then he knows exactly where we're going, and they might be able to track him.
Fair enough. I just don't want to leave this kind of tool in the Empire's hands. And I do think at this point, Golineth, probably in a moment of growth for him, but y'all can tell me if you think this isn't fair for me to do, would kind of be like, one of you come with me, and I'll go get the person we're here to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, what he probably would do is sneak off, but I'm not.
Yeah, conveniently.
I'm not going to Jaeger him into like being a one person alone. And yeah.
Velda starts following Golineth. If that's it, is the actions that happen.
How about we maybe meet in the middle? We're gonna take your sword. That's ours. How about you give us? Just get naked and start walking.
Just get.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you don't have to get all the way naked. We don't need to see it. But
If we want a distraction in the town, that would be a distraction.
You want me to remove my plate armor,
Yeah.
which would take 10 minutes.
Get started.
He will. Let's see. Let's see what he does. I feel like this is a hard.
And in this
bargain.
time, do Rue's parents arrive?
Oh yeah, Rue's parents walk in. Their bows are drawn. Like her Buka has a crossbow ready, and they're like, "Sweetie, you never told us that the tavern was on fire." Well, I suppose it's not on fire anywhere. You set it all. You set that fire out wonderfully. Who am I supposed to be shooting?
Actually, what do y'all think? So we've got a little bit of a dilemma here. We need to leave. This guy is probably going to keep hunting us, but we don't want to bring him with us, and we don't necessarily have the time to kill him at the moment, I don't think.
Well, how about this? How about we take him, tie him up, walk him in the middle of the woods, a whiles away, and then, we'll see how it goes.
I can improve on that. I can tell the woods exactly why they should be as unfriendly to him as possible.
Well, if you need us to kill him, we can just kill him.
That is another. I'm not opposed to that. I think. Oh, by the way, hi. I'm Maggie. I'm Rue's friend. I don't mean to be rude. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm wonderful. I'm a little focused.
Oh, I totally understand. I remember my first dragon hunt. I'm charmed. I'm sure.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Iris atop the roof here. Does she spot troops moving towards this inn?
You also spot Blossom's little wagon on the north end of the town, and then you definitely hear Blossom calling out free ale. Why don't you stop in and get your free ale? But at the sight of the tavern roof being on fire, people are vastly ignoring it.
Yeah. So Karis is gonna try and crawl over to that opening and go, guys, we have problems inbound, lots of them.
Veldis and Golineth have already left to.
Yeah, they're probably headed down the road.
Yeah, I'll, being 7 feet tall, go under the hole in the roof, where Karis is, and just be like, "I'll catch you."
All right, and she's absolutely gonna have a whole rough time, and she's just gonna basically close her eyes and pray and sort of roll into the hole.
I'm not going to make you roll. Like, you get caught.
Thank goodness.
You know, in the arms of a furball, as the song goes.
In the
That eves out and actually.
And for your small donation of 2 gold per month, you too can help a poor mage find their way off the rooftops.
She's gonna take out that staff. She
Just distractedly, without knowing I'm doing it, I sort of pat you on the shoulder, like put my arm around and pat you on the shoulder.
Yeah, and as she's attempting to sort of like keep a grip on Maggie and then get that staff out because she's now missing of her leg, and then sort of leaning on that with her good leg, and is like, okay. She's looking pale. She's not looking great. She's definitely running on some sort of adrenaline right now after a traumatic limb loss. Where's the tree is outside, right?
Yep.
It all gets to the tree, right?
We need to go to the tree, but we need Beldus and Golineth to get the person we're here for.
Right, but we all need to be near the tree
At the same time.
People are coming into this inn. We're not here, right?
Right.
Right. And she's gonna look at the window and look at the door. And regretfully look at the window. And start sort of hobbling that direction. So we're gonna hobble.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna
I'll help you.
Hobble quickly to the window, and attempts to get out would be made. And go around back to the tree.
Easy enough to do. I will say, you can definitely hear the sounds of like shouting and of troop movements. You probably hear, what was his name? Barnard? Bryant! Bryant, the guard that escorted you, and he's like, oh no, I really did not want this happening tonight. At all.
Not on my watch.
Oh shit.
Are those 2 kids there when we get to the tree?
Yeah. Where you drop them off?
And yeah, I feel like I have some weird memory hole. Who are these kids?
They are the children of Morella.
Yes.
They're Morella's kids. The innkeeper.
Yes.
And
maybe
where's Morella?
Italians, that was never confirmed.
Morella was standing in the inn. Oh, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, Morella, technically I meant to move her out of the inn. Yeah. I just, in the battle. Morella did leave. She's standing with her kids.
Okay.
She kind of stabbed that guard and then left.
All right. I have a brief exchange with her I want to do, but I don't want to interrupt what other people are doing. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I guess before we leave, we'll look at Kieran. Is there anything that's I guess you could do to get the Empire out of this city, or anything that we could give you?
I don't want anything more than to get out of this city. It was not my choice to be here in the first place. What could get all of the Empire out of this city is 2 things. One, that what the Empire has sent us here to acquire is found or is located elsewhere, in which they would put us to go acquire that in a different location. Or perhaps a army pushes us back. Shy of that, I'm not certain what would motivate the Empire from pushing forward. All I know is...
Alright, go ahead.
All I know is that there is an artifact rumored to be near here. The artifact is the reason I was sent here and why the others were. I assume Alexander is dead.
It still kind of falls under need to know. You wouldn't happen to know what the artifact is. Maybe we could help you. Maybe I've got it right now.
Man, rolls are generous for all of you today. That was an Alexander. That was a simulacrum of Alexander. Alexander doesn't leave his tower. Good on you for killing the simulacrum, though. I didn't know they could be that cruel. As for the artifact, it is I think they called it a diadem. Worn on the head, like a crown. It's made of mithril, with astral diamonds set in 3 prongs above it. It was made before the calamity, and I do not know what it does.
I think I know where that is.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw one of those in the it was in the plane of bones. It was one of the Lenin tribes had that, and they wore that to battle, and we killed them. So it must. I mean, I don't know how powerful it is, but yeah, it's not here.
Roll me what is it? Deception check?
No, that's an 8. Why can I not deceive this guy?
Yeah, unfortunately an 11 insight is gonna see through that 8. Well.
I know I failed my insight because I was literally following you for a second. Going, wait,
You're like, yeah! I remember a diadem being there. Yeah! Which there was. That's it.
But it was like more like a woven druidic kind of yeah.
Well, perhaps I will look into that then. All I know is that the artifact is dangerous, so perhaps this was a prototype.
All right. Well, I guess best of luck to you, and if we see you again, who knows? And she'll walk up little invisible air stairs and drop a couple good berries into his hand, and then kind of pat it close. It's the last time. I think that we share nicety.
I will warn you. I feel it's the least I can do. I am not certain. However, one of the Inquisitorius was very close to finding your friends in the woods. They can change their appearance. So do with that as you may.
Appreciate the heads up.
However, let me roll something real quick. Out of all the individuals, Cordelia might be willing to work with you.
Cordelia? Okay. Thank you. And I guess as a heads up, as long as we're being pals here, there is. I mean, I don't know if you have to know it, but there's like a magical um disease or something running rampant, and maybe you should just be on the right side, which is us trying to destroy it instead of whatever y'all are doing. You know, just food for thought.
Disease.
Yeah, it's the I forgot what the name of it was. The
Malevolence.
The
Malevolence,
malevolence. Yeah, malevolence is running rampant. How have y'all not encountered this? There's like entire groups of people who are being killed by this and afflicted.
No. The only thing I've heard of is of the furbolgs being afflicted with illness. If what you say is true, though, perhaps I will look into it.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest doing that because, I mean, it's furbolgs, it's dwarves. It looks like it's just going higher. So giants, you're probably next. So good luck.
That is concerning. I had not heard of it. Or if I did, I don't remember.
Yeah, kind of easy to forget about the plight of people when you're, killing a bunch of other people. I get it.
I will say this, Karis, this is a freebie. He's alluding to modify memory. The spell.
Uh-huh.
That if there was information he knew that was not deemed relevant, it would have been wiped.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Human rights violations everywhere! And some for you, and some for you, and some for you.
Modify memory. When you have a bad morning, you forget about it. You should all get going. Quickly. But we're gonna go to, Golaneth and Beldis, who, about this point have probably reached the door.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Do this the way that we sort of have instruction to do. I'm trying to see if there was. I'm going to knock 3 times on the door.
They will respond by, kind of indicating that someone's in there.
Oh, all right. Well, by Luvador's glowing grace, what a fine evening.
By Luvatar's blessing, come in.
I mean, it's clear. Okay. Yes. That's
And the door will kind of open, and this pudgy dwarf, like a big bushy beard, just kind of opens the door and kind of makes way. Inside of the building itself is pretty standard, like stonemasonry. Inside there's about 14 to 16 individuals, all kind of dressed with like hoods over their faces and like night cloaks, ready to go.
Oh. That many.
Aye. Did you think I was not doing my job? It's not my fault that took you 2 tries to get to me. People keep adding up.
And hopefully this won't be the last attempt anybody has. Excuse me. It's been a rough afternoon. We don't have much time. And how quickly can we move? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. There's how many people? A dozen?
16.
More than a dozen? Crap. I can't affect that many, can I? Where's... Oh, curse you, spell this.
The bane of all things.
There we are. When I upcast this, I only target 1 extra creature. Okay, cool. Okay. Hi, everyone. We're here to go. We're going to run to a tree. And if everything goes well, we're going to walk through a tree. I'm not going to lie. If it doesn't work, we're all exposed and wide open.
Well, it's not like they haven't risked their lives before, alright? We're from Chessex, we're not used to handouts.
Great.
This is the best chance we've had.
All right.
So lead on.
Goleth, hoping for better conditions, but I think at this point we just kind of tactically run for it.
All right. Well, let's get a move on. You and your elf.
Let's
friend.
Go. Goleth, lead the way. I'll keep stragglers from falling behind, and we go.
All right. As you set out, head that way. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Sounds good.
Because we are running out on time. But, as I often do with teasers, many miles away, the sound of a hacking cough echoes throughout a stone room surrounded by onyx-colored stone on all circular sides, bookcases and bookshelves and a familiar mirror rests in a room, and a basin of water, and a golden dragonborn. I see. Well, perhaps the next one will succeed where the first one failed.
Can't hear you.
Oh.
I think you might have whispered too low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose a second one will succeed where the first one failed. After all, the mirror has shown me great things. There will always be more me. Others, I I will find you and I will get my revenge. And that's where we'll end the session, I think. But, as with all times, now we get to have the nice music. Because once again, we're at that time where we have to say goodbye. Despite all of us wanting to stay forever, where we could always play D&D 24/7. Unfortunately, the body is willing, the spirit is not. I mean, the spirit is willing, the body is not. But, that being said, firstly, I'd love to say thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Wouldn't be the same without all of you wonderful people in the chat.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Yay!
Thank you, Ray, for the subscription, and thank you, Ouija, for stopping in. Ouija's super amazing. If anyone ever gets a chance to hang out with Ouija, I highly suggest it. Wonderful person. But we will be back in 2 weeks. But we do have some exciting announcements. So I'll start with the exciting announcements. Hi, my name is Graham, or Graham Crackers.
Hi, Graham.
I was your DM tonight, and most nights. However, news for the channel is this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard will be episode 1 of our newest show, Duality's Lie. Starring me and Kari and some of our old Friday crew from the Goldshine Investigations Agency. Once again returning to you with a new game and a new DM. So I don't know what to expect. All I know is that I'm playing a sweet, sweet little boy named Kellum.
I don't know if I believe that, but I'll have to tune in on Friday to find out.
Kellum
Sweet is such a stretch.
Kellum is a nice boy who deserves nice things. So what if he's wanted for war crimes? And by war crimes, I mean, so what if he was framed? But, besides that, you can find me here every Tuesday and every Friday. Next Tuesday will be Shards of Anarion, returning once again with a new cast member, which is super exciting, and I can't wait to show you all as they deal with all the drama in Oakledge. Far, far away from the Assyrian Empire.
Oakledge.
Hopefully. But, I would love to hear 3 things from my wonderful cast. Who are they? Where can we find them? And what cool projects are they working on right now, if any? So that we can support them, because friends support friends. We'll start with Con. This was Con, or Confound It. You can find them on Twitter at TheConfoundIt, where they do art and stuff. And by art, I mean photography, which is a form of art, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Feel better, Con. We miss you.
Yeah. Come back.
Great. I'll go next since I've got nothing really. Hello, everybody. It's me, Karis. Kari. I played Karis. I'll be here. I'll be there at Duality's Lie, as Graham said. It'll be lots of fun. So tune in. As for future projects, probably not so many. Life has been life. So I'm probably going to be stepping back from a few things. I will still be here until such time as I am not. But I still love all you guys. I might be peeking in time to time, some guest slots, all that good fun stuff. But life's gonna life. So tune in next time. And also see me there at Duality's Lie. If you need your daily dose or weekly dose, as it is, of me, I'll be there.
I'm Jen. I am done with Twitter. I technically still have a profile, but I'm not going there or using it in any way, shape, or form, so you can't find me there. You are welcome to find me as Jen Quixote on Discord, 8008. I don't know, 0803, something like that. Friggin' numbers. I'm on Graham's server. If you want to say hi. More importantly, you can check out Play Cancer Away. It's Play Cancer Away on Twitter. At Play Cancer Away. We are cancer survivors and patients and former patients and friends and family who work together to bring fun and joy and fellowship into the lives of those of us who have experienced cancer. We have some stuff cooking up there, but it's like we're just adding the ingredients. We're going to be starting a monthly one shot and then some short shots that are going to feature or profile different cancer related charities, but follow them on Twitter in order to find out more about that. The other thing I have cooking that I'll say is that I'm working on a game that's going to be like about an 8-session game on Sword and Key. That's going to be a hack of Brindlewood Bay. So it's going to be like a elderly characters murder mystery situation. So that should be starting in late February. That's me.
I forgot my unmute key. Hi, I'm Adam. Dominus Somnus everywhere on the interwebs. I believe very soon I am gonna start streaming again on my own channel. So it'll be like wildly mediocre gameplay and some watch parties of probably some pretty bad horror movies, but I'll be talking the whole time and joking a little bit. So I guess if you're into that, come on by.
You had me at bad horror movies. Hi, I'm Beldis. Sorry, I'm Bob. I've been played by Beldis. We'll go with that. Where does the character lie and the person begin are always interesting questions. I'm still occasionally dwindling around on the Twitter and the Hive and the Discord at Cycler One Eye. The Twitch stream is coming back online soon enough as well once I'm done dealing with obnoxious house projects. Because I tried streaming obnoxious house projects and there was technical difficulties that didn't work, so we had to just do the projects without, streaming. It was weird streaming bathroom repair when the camera was rolling, but the stream wasn't playing. So yeah, tune in. Maybe you'll see me doing weird projects in my shed. I don't know. I'm just pushing live and whenever I feel like it for no good reason. It's fun. It's interesting. Otherwise, I'll be back here in 2 weeks for more graham cracker stuff as we try to run through a tree. That sentence was real, but still sounded weird.
It's really a simple matter from
It
Maggie's
really
perspective.
is.
Yeah, no, that's what you do it.
Yeah, exactly. I think exactly what we're doing it. We're just going to run right through it and nothing bad will happen because you can run through trees, right? Don't try that at home, kids.
I mean, it made sense to me.
Yeah.
But as with all things, it is that time where people need to get ready to get in bed or eat dinner, much like me. So until next time, I hope you all stay happy, stay healthy, and stay hydrated. And while we're gone for now, there are loads of videos on the YouTube. You can search Anarions Rest and have all the past episodes on our YouTube, which I won't link because you have the internet at your hands, and I believe in you. But also, we'll be here soon, and just because it's bye for now doesn't mean it's bye forever. So thank you all you wonderful friends for joining me and all of us tonight, and we'll see you soon. So, bye for now.
Wave on.